Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Single Parents Podcast.
The show that is far from traditional.
If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe, share the podcast with a friend, and maybe even rate the show 5 stars on your favorite podcast hosting platform.
Here's a sneak peek for today's episode.
Just remember, summer's coming up. Work on that summer body, guys.
Ooh, we gotta do it, Jess.
Yeah. I'm ready for show.
We gotta get our butts nice and juicy.
Oh yeah, we want to be what do we say? Thick Judy booty or something like that.
Thick booty Judy?
Imagine this. A box of rare, small batch craft beers magically show up at your door every month. No store runs, no hassle, just fresh, expertly curated beers from around the world. From rare international brews to hop-forward IPAs, Craft Beer Club has you covered. It's like a beer adventure in a box. Discover bold new flavors and find your next favorite beer without leaving your couch. Go to craftbeerclub.com, use code SPPBeer10 for 10% off your purchase, and sign up today. Your next favorite beer is just a sip away.
All right, hot SPs, we're going to jump right into it because today on the show, we have a single mom of 2. We have a CrossFit superstar. We have an overall badass on the show. Everybody give it up for Estela. What's going on? Glad to have you. We love it. We love it. We love it. Thank you for being on the show.
I am super excited. One, I need to give you like a compliment on your tattoos. I think they're sick because I'm a tattoo mommy as well.
My leg is done too. I have one leg done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? I started with one on the shoulder and then I got one on my forearm and they were like, you know what that means? You're going to have to connect it now. Yeah. So, we're in the process of doing what we need to do to connect it all. But anyway, I want to jump right into it because we already started chatting a little bit before we started recording. I want to know because you are a CrossFit mommy. And I could relate in some sort of way because I used to be like an OTF girl. That's short for Orange Theory Fitness.
Oh, I was like, wait, what does that stand for?
I was an OTF girl and I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and take 5 a.m. class every single day. And I'd be done by 6 a.m. Like I loved that hour. I felt energized, everything that you were saying before. So I want to know, as a single parent, how can I get back into that with my routine? How do I prioritize myself with my health? Like, how do I just make it happen? What does that look like as a single parent?
I think that you just need to put it in your calendar. Like, put it in your calendar, and it's just like something that you have to do as part of your day, just like brushing your teeth, just like showing up to work, picking up your kid from school. Like, you just have to mark it on your calendar and be there. And it's only 1 hour, like you said. So most gyms, allow your children to come. They have like a little center for them. So it's not like you have to leave your child somewhere, figure out who's going to watch them or whatever. Bring them along. Let them know that gymming is a priority in just the family life. And they'll grow up knowing that it's a priority. And I love that. Like, I love that our kids get to see that working out is just like it's just like everyday life,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think that's a good practical piece of advice. So I'm thinking for myself, I'm thinking as a single dad with 2 girls who are in school, doing all this stuff, going hang out with friends, gymnastics, and then I got a house to clean, and I got a dog to take on walks, and I got work to do, and I got grocery shop. I got a list of stuff I need to do, and so I only have so many hours in the day. I got other stuff I got to take care of, so I got to kind of pick and choose, like, what do I want to commit to? My kids need stuff, my house needs stuff, my job needs stuff, the podcast needs stuff. So, like, myself, you're talking about prioritizing that, but myself, my needs kind of get pushed to the bottom. And then the next thing I know, it's been 2-3 months before I even think again about working out and stuff like that. So mindset wise, can you speak a little bit to how me or somebody who can relate to my situation can begin to prioritize taking care of ourselves, and why we should really look to move ourselves up the priority list when we have 100 things to do?
Yeah, I totally relate to that, Anthony. Like, I have friends who do the same thing. Like, their kids are involved in all kinds of sports. And I used to be that way. My son used to be in sports. And my little one doesn't like to do anything. She's such a homebody. It irritates me. But I guess it works out. But yeah, like, I feel like you also deserve to love on yourself, you know? And so mentally, I can only imagine that you're maybe a little hopeless, like a little depressed, especially like during winter season when it's cloudy and it's cold and you can't go outside and be a hottie, you know? Like, I feel like you just have to maintain, you know, that gym lifestyle so that you can mentally be okay. You can feel good about yourself. We don't lash out on our kids as much. I mean, I'm sure we probably still do, but you don't
Mhm.
as much. Um, and you feel good about yourself. And if you feel good,
Mhm.
I feel like your family, like that just kind of reflects on your family. And
Yeah.
I I just highly suggest that you prioritize that. It's only 1 hour, it's only 30 minutes, and that's what I love about CrossFit. Like,
Okay.
the workout is already done for you. Like, there's set times throughout the day. You show up at whatever class you want to go to. You just walk in, they tell you how to warm up, they tell you what your workout is, and like your hour's over and you go home and continue on with your life. Like, it's only 1 hour. You know, and I love what Jess said that she used to go at 5 in the morning. I wish I could go at 5 in the morning.
Me too.
Just get it over with, but, like, leave my child home alone. Otherwise, I would, you know,
Right.
if I
Yeah.
could. But your kids are
Yeah.
getting a little older, Anthony. I don't know if you let them stay home by themselves yet or not, but even,
Mhm.
like, you during your lunch hour, I don't know if it works out for you, but even if it's like a 30-minute walk on your lunch hour, you
Oh,
know?
okay.
There's
Yeah.
there's your, like, half an hour lunch, and then the other half an hour is a 30-minute walk for yourself and walking your
Mhm.
dog. You've already got things off
Right.
your list right there.
Yeah.
I just love it. And for me, it's my social hour. Like, I work
Mhm.
remotely, and
Yeah.
so I'm always home. So the 1 hour that I go to the gym is also my social hour, and it's just enough to get me through the day. Like, I don't need any more than that. So I'm like killing two birds with one stone.
I'm
Fair, fair.
curious about your schedule, because I'm trying to like relate everything back to myself, and I'm like, yeah, I used to do those things, but since having a kid, I feel like, because I do have full custody, like I receive no help, nothing, so like my son is just always with me 24/7, and he's younger. He's only 2, and I think about how I would fit it into my schedule because, going to a 5 a.m. class really isn't super feasible. One, because um, the daycare isn't open, and two, the gym, like childcare center, isn't open at that time either. So I'm like, when is the best time to fit this in? I could go after work, but I'm like so flim flam and tired. So I need to find that motivation that you're talking about. So I'm really curious, like, walk me through a day in your life. What is your schedule like? And what types of things do you fit in your schedule along with going to your CrossFit class?
So okay. So my schedule is like I work from 7 to 5:30 Monday through or I work 7 to 5:30 Tuesday through Friday. And so I just take like a quick break to take my child to school. And sometimes I'll go during my lunch break because there is like a CrossFit class that kind of falls into like the lunch break. Or sometimes I'll go after work. And I get what you're saying, like your child care center is probably not open. And I know it's hard to get there after the gym because I totally get it. Like, I'm tired and I don't feel like going to, but I know that I'm gonna feel. I mean, personally, like you just have to make it a habit. Like, build up that habit again. What is it like? What do they say? It takes like, is it
I
2 weeks?
think it's 30 days.
Yeah, something like
30 days, something like
Oh.
that.
to build the habit, and then after that, it just becomes routine. Like, my daughter's like, "Are we going to the gym today? Are we going? Like, why are we not going to the gym today?" Like, then
Fair.
they get used to it as well. And for like CrossFit personally, there's a lot of moms who have little kids. Like, there's some moms that come in. Our head coach, actually, her name is Punky. The girl was in the gym like 2 weeks after giving birth. Like, that girl is
Whoa.
something else. Seriously.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
there's
I couldn't
Dang.
imagine.
yeah, there's a lot of moms that have like little babies and they
Mhm.
have I mean, I know you can't do this at a regular gym, but they bring like their little
Little pack and play
yeah, little pack
playpen things.
little pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little
Yeah.
pack and play and they have like their kids there because it's just like a big open room and they can still kind of keep an eye on their kids. And if they cry, like no one cares, we all get it. And so yeah, I think you just have to build out that habit again. Like I know it's hard, but like even if it's even if it's a 30-minute workout, like a 30-minute workout is better than no workout. It's better than sitting at home. And if you guys are like this, but I spend so much time on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Guilty.
it's like
Guilty.
it's like a relaxing thing for me. I can just like lay there on the couch, and I don't even watch TV, but like my TV is my phone. So I'll be sitting on
Yeah.
the couch or in
Mhm.
bed, and I can like scroll for like hours. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I could have done something else with that time. So I
Yeah.
just think it's just about prioritizing a little bit. Even if like again, start with like 30 minutes maybe, Jess, or then you can work up to like your hour, but
hmm
you just have to get used to that routine again. Like you can totally do it. It's just a mindset,
Yeah.
like Anthony said. Like you just have to do it. Put it in your calendar. This is what I'm doing at this time, just like you would with showing up to work, and get it done. And then you're gonna feel so much better after you do it.
That's a good point. Yeah. No, that's good. That's really, really good. I appreciate you giving us just some practical tips and some mindset things to think through because I think it's just easy as single parents sometimes or parents who just are on the go to, like I said, put other things ahead of ourselves or maybe even feel guilty when we do put ourselves ahead of other things. So I think there's a lot of wisdom in first just reminding ourselves that we can make ourselves a priority and that's okay. But also I like what you said, looking at time throughout our day and see like, okay, I say I'm so busy, I have no time for anything. But like you're right, if I added up all the time I'm scrolling on TikTok and
Yeah.
I put that together, it's like, oh, I could have had an hour to go and work out and do all this other stuff, but I'm doom scrolling. So I really appreciate that. So I appreciate that wisdom right there. But now that we kind of got some juicy nuggets out of you, I want to back it up a little bit. And I just want the audience to get to know you a little bit because for me, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes when I'm like watching people online talk about like health and fitness, it can be intimidating because they're doing all this crazy stuff, lifting weights, jumping on boxes, running 100 miles an hour, and I'm like here eating Doritos on my couch, and I'm like, they're different. I'm not like them. I couldn't ever be like them. And so I just sometimes don't even take the step because I'm just like intimidated and just say like I couldn't be like them. So for the audience here listening to you and maybe hear what you're saying, but they're just like, I don't know, like that's just not me. Can you share a little bit about your story, your journey to getting into CrossFit, how you decided to make it a priority in your life? That way we can show the audience you're just a regular person too. They can relate to you and hopefully see that maybe they're not so different.
Yeah, I love that. So I can totally relate because yeah, we're all just regular people, and I used to be that way too. Like I said, I didn't fully start CrossFit till like 3 years ago.
Okay.
When I was living in Vegas, I don't know. I feel like it also depends on like where you're at in life. Because I mean, I can't even imagine having time to go to the gym when I lived in Vegas because I worked in the office and my son played year-round baseball. My daughter was little at the time; she didn't have school, but like just having to like run her to, you know, at the time, my mom lived with me, so she would watch my daughter sometimes. But sometimes I'd have to take her to my sister's house. So I'd have to like run my kid to like the sitter, and then I'd have to run the other one to school, and then I'd have to get to work, and then after work I have to get to the baseball field. And so like I can't even imagine how I would have even gone to the gym. So I totally
Yeah.
get that it would be hard because I would not have been able to do that, I don't think. Because I would leave my house at 7 in the morning when I lived there and get home at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm blessed enough that I get to work remotely now.
Yeah.
And so I just had like a friend. He was, and again, I haven't worked out since I was like a teenager, probably. Okay.
Mm.
And I was not like in good shape. Like I've always been thin, but it doesn't mean I'm healthy. I was not healthy. I ate whatever all the time. And so, anyways, I've always like wanted a big butt. Like that's always been my thing.
Hey, I like it. We love a good butt.
It's so funny.
I love a good butt. I do. I
Wait,
really
I'm
do.
so sorry. I have to interrupt because when I did Orange Theory, I like
Yeah.
lost a lot of weight
Uh-huh.
because I was like burning so many calories and I was like, I need to be on a new fitness journey to just like build myself the fat, juiciest ass like in the gym. And so that was like the new journey that I was on. But it's funny that like we have the same goals. What girl
Yeah.
doesn't want a fat, juicy ass?
Exactly. And like for me genetically, like it's just not gonna happen. Like I have to work for it. Like no one in my family we're all like flat. But anyway, so I had like a friend reach out to me after I had moved back, and he was a little heavier at the time, and he's like, hey, like we should start CrossFit. Like I want to start working out. I think we should do CrossFit. And here in town we only have one CrossFit gym. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I was like, sure, like I'm not but I would like to, work on my body and get a bigger butt. So like, sure, I'll join you. I just wanted to go and like support, him and what he wanted to do. And so it was like the beginning of the year. It was like a New Year's resolution thing for him. So we went at the beginning of the year. And at the time we had like a 1 week free trial. So we did our 1 week free trial. And it's hard. Like when you have never done something like that. And of course, everything can be modified. So like the workout is designed a certain way, but for everybody's different skill levels, like you do what you can. Like everything's modified. So, but even then it's hard because you don't, I didn't work out and neither did he. And so I remember like one time during that week, he did puke on our way home because like he picked me up.
Oh.
And we just drove together, and then on his way back to dropping me off at home, he like had to pull over.
Oh no.
It was funny. But anyways, he did not stay. Like it just wasn't for
Okay.
him. And
Sure.
again, it's just all mental. Like, oh, I can't do this. It's too hard. But I feel like we find so much purpose in doing hard things. Like if you continue to do hard things, like you just get this mentality like, oh, I can do that because I've done harder things. Or I do hard things all the time. Like this is mine. I can get through it. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up staying. He did not, which is fine because I found something that I loved, and I would have never stepped into that without a friend. So it always helps when you have a friend do stuff like that with you. But yeah, and so being there and seeing like, these awesome bodies and these muscle mommies and these muscle daddies, it's like, holy crap, like how do I look like that,
Yeah.
And so that's when I realized, kind of like Jess said, like, I think like we're taught to be little, we're taught to be thin and all that, like, that's just what we're taught. But at CrossFit, like people have giant quads and like big old biceps and big triceps and I'm like, okay, you got to eat more. So that's how I started realizing that if I want to look like that, I got to eat the opposite of what I've been taught.
Interesting.
In order to build muscle, I have to eat a lot. And even now, it's like really hard for me because it's a lot of food that you have to eat all day long. It's a chore for me, basically. But yeah, no, it's really cool to see everybody's bodies. And I could not do a lot of things that I know how to do now. But it's just because I show up every day. I give it my best every day. Like you slowly start to build your endurance. You start to build your strength. And yeah, I used to not be able to do a pull-up. And now I do them all the time. I used to only work out with just a regular barbell. Now I, add weight to it. So it just builds up. And I think we just have to remember that we all started there.
True.
We don't just go to the gym and like we can lift 100 something pounds, snatch, like everything you have to build up to it. But you're not going to do that if you don't show up consistently.
Yeah.
That's true.
I keep seeing these videos on TikTok that are like these young guys. They're young and immature and they don't know what the heck they're talking about. But like somebody will go up to them in the gym and they interview them and they're like, would you rather be with a girl that's a cardio bunny or a muscle mommy? And they're always like, cardio bunny, because they think a muscle mommy isn't feminine or like dainty or cute. And I want to hear your thoughts on that because any girl that like gave an explanation afterwards, they were like, these men are just insecure and stuff. So I want to hear about what your thoughts and opinions are. And then I also am curious about like what it means to like be a strong woman and still be super feminine.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good question.
I see those videos all the time too, and they crack me up. I'm just like, these men don't know what they're talking about. Like, I feel like they don't
It's true.
appreciate a woman who has muscle. Like when I look at these girls at the gym who are like buff, or even like when we go to CrossFit competitions, like I don't compete. I just go to watch my friends compete. And so, like, seeing some of these women and the amount of muscle that they have, it just makes you appreciate, like, their hard work. Because for women, it is not easy to build muscle. You know, men, you guys can do that, no problem. But for girls, it's so hard. And so I just appreciate it. And I feel like they don't know what they're talking about. They're immature, like you said. They have to, like, there's a level of respect you have to have for the people who look the way they do, because it takes so much discipline and a lot of hard work to even look anything like that. So it's easy to be a cardio bunny. It's easy to look like to look thin and petite, and it takes a lot of work to look like a muscle mommy. And I think it's so cool to, like, see quads through jeans. Like, there's
Yeah.
there's a girl at the gym, and when I see her wear jeans, like, you can still see her quad through her jeans. And I just think it's so,
Nice.
I
Yeah.
it's everybody's personal preference, but I think it's so hot.
You're right. That shows that they have a whole lot of discipline. And I mean, I guess you can make the assumption from there that that type of discipline and dedication and endurance maybe transfers into like other areas of their life. So as somebody single, like I would look at that person and I would think that would be a great quality to have, because then I know, okay, this person has some motivation. This person can push through tough things and achieve goals. And I don't know, to me, that's pretty hot. So I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we surround ourselves with people like that, because these people motivate me, like, every single day. And if it wasn't for me being surrounded by these people who have that kind of discipline, because like you said, it overflows into other areas of their life.
Yep.
I just look up to them. And I think it's important that we have people to look up to like that. What do they say? Like, what's that saying? I'm terrible with sayings, but there's a saying that goes like, you are who you hang out with, or something like that.
True. Yeah.
And so I just think it's very important to be around people that you want to be like,
I like that. That's just why I hang out with Jessica, because I want to be well, she would call herself a bitch. So I was going to say I want to be a bitch like her, but I wouldn't describe her like that. But that's how she would describe herself. But
I am though. I am. I'm just I'm a strong Italian girl.
Yeah,
but my question, okay, you were talking about like comparing yourself to others. Love to follow male fitness influencers. I mean, I follow like a few females, but I don't really keep up with them too much. I really follow the male fitness influencers. And I think like when I thought about it, I really, really like it because like they're super fit and they like give a lot of knowledge and nutrition and exercises and all those things, and you see their daily life. But like, I can't compare myself to their physique because they are a man.
Interesting.
So like my body is going to look the same way as theirs. They can just give me all the knowledge and exercises and whatever, and I could get everything that I need for the information, but I can't really compare myself because like we're two different people. And I find myself when I look at like female influencers, I'm like, damn, like her stomach looks so flat, or like her butt looks so big. And like, honestly, my stomach used to be really flat. Like, I used to have like this phenomenal body, but after having my son, like, I mean, it kind of just destroyed me, to be honest. So we're working on it. But do you watch any fitness influencers? Like, what do you think about that? Do you create fitness content yourself that like if I wanted to follow along, I could? Like, let me know the tea.
Okay, so I follow both. Like, I follow both men and women CrossFit influencers. But yeah, I don't create fitness content. I wouldn't say that. Like, I do like make little videos of myself working out at the gym sometimes. I do also like help with social media for the gym. So I'll like on the social media page for the gym, like we'll post stuff of other people working out or whatever. But no, I would not call myself a fitness influencer at all. Like, I have a lot of work to do. But it just takes time, we just got to build up to that for sure.
Yeah. It's something that you could do though, because you're like,
I could.
You say it's 1 hour a day. So it's like, if you're there, you just like pop up a tripod and then I'll be your first follower.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You already have one. Actually, you have two. You have two. I'll follow.
Two.
I would.
Well, I'm
You
going
have
to be
two.
the first one. You can be the second one.
Fine. I guess you
can
could be
only
first.
imagine everybody's faces at the gym if I did that. Like, I mean, I do it sometimes. Like, certain work I'll do it. No, I feel like doing it all the time would be too much, and they'll be like, "Estela doing." Sometimes they'll be like, "Are you just trying to show off?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to show people that if I can do it, they can do it."
Ooh, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
point. If I can do it, they can do it. Not
Mm-hmm.
that I'm
I
trying to
know
show off
that's right.
anything.
Fair, fair. So I guess a basic question that I guess we should get into and not assume that everybody knows. So we're talking a lot about CrossFit, obviously. That's your thing. So for the person listening to this who's like, I have no idea what CrossFit is, what's the difference between that and going to a traditional gym? What do you do at CrossFit? Like what makes that unique? Like break it down for just assume this person listening has never heard of CrossFit in their life. What is CrossFit?
So CrossFit is a lot of functional movements at like a fast pace, you could say. Um, so basically, like it's a class setting. Like there's a group of people. Class setting. Your workout is designed for you. Um, we do a lot of weightlifting. A lot of people think that CrossFitters don't weightlift, but we do a
Hmm.
lot of weightlifting.
Okay.
So you come in, like you do your warm up. Depending on the day, you'll either have gymnastics. So that's the thing too. CrossFit has a lot of gymnastics.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we alternate between gymnastics or weightlifting for like our strength portion of the day. And then we have a workout towards the end. So I mean we do a lot of things that you don't do at your traditional gym, like I mean we do a lot of pull-ups, we do a lot of toes to bar, which works out the core. So it's kind of like a sit up but on a bar kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Mm-hmm.
like hang on the bar and you put your toes to the bar. But there's different variations to each movement, of course, depending on your skill level. We do a lot of like box jumps.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of weightlifting, a lot of running. So we just like mix everything together. Whereas the traditional gym, I don't know much about the traditional gym, but just from what I can see, like people just focus on like one area of their body a
Sure.
day. And we're
Yeah.
like head to toe, you're working out every single part of your body at CrossFit. Um, and then it's all like depending on the workout, it's either timed or like it's either like you do this workout for time is what they call it. So however long it takes you to complete that workout. Or sometimes we have what's called an AMRAP, which is like for 20 minutes you do as many like you cycle through this as many times as you can in this 15, 20 minutes or whatever.
Okay.
Whereas the traditional gym, like you kind of like you do your thing, you take your breaks, you do another set, you take your breaks, and it's different because it's more like you're pushing yourself. You're definitely pushing
Yeah.
yourself to the max at CrossFit,
Hmm.
and yeah, I people do throw up sometimes, but it's just like you're pushing yourself to like your own limit
Yeah.
basically, and showing yourself that you can do it. You know,
Hmm.
again, it just depends on your skill level. You're not going to go in there doing these crazy things that some of us do, walking on
True.
walls. Somebody told me one time, like, you guys are crazy and you walk on walls. Well, there's this thing called wall walks, but it's like
Okay.
you can do it too if you really tried, you know, if you built up to it. But yeah, no, I like it more because if I were to go to a traditional gym, which I still do go to a traditional gym,
Okay.
I'm just kind of like lollygagging, you know, trying to figure out what to do. I go more for like eye candy. Um,
Oh yeah.
Kid CrossFit makes fun of me because he's like, "Why are you going to the regular gym?" And it's like, I'm going to recruit. I go and see who I
Oh,
can
there you go.
recruit to CrossFit. And he's like, "You haven't recruited anybody yet," which is true. I haven't,
Not
but
yet. Not yet. That's
not
the
yet.
keyword.
No,
Yet.
exactly. So it's just different. I like the structure of it. I like to be told what
Okay.
to do and just get
Yeah,
rolling
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of
So CrossFit's not like a traditional gym. Like you could go and you could be there for like hours because you could be on the treadmill and you can go lift or you can go do whatever. But CrossFit's not meant to be there for 3 hours, right? Like you go in,
one
do what you
hour.
got to do, and get out. 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour. You're in and you're out.
Hmm. Okay.
So
That's cool.
I think, like, from what I've seen with CrossFit, isn't it like it's kind of like circuit training, right? Like you hop from like one exercise to the next.
Sometimes it just depends on the workout. It just depends on the workout. Like, for example, yesterday we only had 2 movements in our workout. So our workout was 24 minutes of like 1 minute you do 10 back squats and then the other, well, sorry, back up. 30 seconds. So we had a 30-second rest. So it was designed for 30 seconds. You do your 10 back squats and then you rest for the remaining 30 seconds of the minute. And then the next minute you row, you had to do like a machine. So either you row or you bike for 30 seconds to get as many calories as you can in that 30 seconds, and then you rested. So that was our only 2 movements yesterday. It was just a machine and back squat. There's times where we have like 4 or 5 movements in a workout. It just depends. Every day is different. And that's also what I like about it. You don't do the same thing every day. You mix it up.
I'm curious, you brought up the word calories. And when I did Orange Theory, we had like these bands and it would track like your heart rate, and then it would tell you like how many calories you burned or like what your peak heart rate was, your resting heart rate, like all of that stuff. And I will say that every day that I went to Orange Theory, I always wanted to see how many calories I burned within the hour. And I remember one of the coaches telling me that like men, because it shows up on like a TV for everybody to see. And the men would burn more calories and I would be burning less. And I feel like I was working really, really hard, but apparently that's a thing. Like men just burn more calories. And I found myself really fixating after each workout. I'm like, how many calories did I burn? And if it was less than 500, I would be disappointed in myself. So I don't know what your opinions are on that, because I don't know if you track it like on the like with the CrossFit workout, but like how does that all work, and how do you not like get fixated with like the calories and like the weight on the scale? Like just tell me, like girl to girl, just how do I not fixate on those things?
I'm going to tell you, girl, throw away your scale.
Oh, do it.
Stop weighing yourself, because it doesn't matter what the scale says. Like what matters is, because obviously, like if you're going to build muscle, you're going to gain weight. And I know it's hard to see that on the scale. And I have a hard time with that too. That's why I don't weigh myself, because I'm like, if I want to look a certain way and like have muscle, that means I'm going to have to gain weight. But I'm so used to being 110 pounds, like seeing that number go up.
I got 110 pounds. I don't think I weighed that much since like 8th grade.
But, you know, when I see the scale go up to like 115, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, even if it's depressing, and I don't, you know, but I look good. Like, you know, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're happy with how you look, and and I know you were talking about earlier about your confidence has kind of gone down a little because your stomach doesn't look the same, but your confidence will slowly build up, you know, and you're going to be so proud of the things that you're able to do, you know, as time progresses. And so I would just say, throw away the scale. Who cares about your calories? Okay, as long as your clothes are fitting better, your clothes fit however it is that you want them to fit, and you like the way that you look in the mirror, who cares what your calories and your scale says? I would say stop doing that.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to go throw away your scale after this, right?
Yeah, scale is going in the garbage.
Okay.
I'm joining a
All
CrossFit
right.
gym.
Oh.
Can I bring, wait, that would be crazy. Can I bring Grace in there? I have been looking, like the gym that I go to, because I do really like HIIT workouts. The gym that I go to, I think they offer like a HIIT workout. I'm also a dancer. They offer, I think it's called like a hip hop HIIT workout, and they play like 90s like hip hop music. And I'm like, that is the place that I want to be. So I'm going to have to sign up for one of those classes, and then I'll give you a follow up to see how it goes.
It sounds super fun. It sounds like CrossFit kind of, and you know, because we play our loud music while we're working out.
Yes, I love it. I love the loud music.
Each coach has like their preference for music. So there's one of our coaches who plays like 90s and 2000s.
Nice.
I love it. Like the music matters, and I tell the coaches this all the time. I'm like, music matters.
It really does. It so does.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
But yeah, definitely stop. I would just say don't. Like I was just talking to my sister about this yesterday, actually. She's like, oh, I weighed myself this morning and I've gained like, 5 pounds. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I can't help but roll my eyes. I'm like, stop weighing yourself. And she's like, but my clothes still fit the same. Like I feel like I'm getting more muscle. And I'm like, okay, then why are you weighing what is the purpose of weighing yourself?
Yeah.
You look good.
It's fair.
You have a fat ass, girl. Like, stop.
She's like, clock it.
Yeah, right.
She's like, I know that's
Fat
right. I know
juicy
that's right.
Yes.
That's
why I don't have fat juicy ass, because I weigh 110 pounds, girl.
Oh my gosh.
But still a slay. Still a slay regardless.
She's still slaying.
Still a slay.
There you go. Yes, yes. So I guess a question I have next is about something you mentioned a couple of times, but I think might be something that might mean a lot to people who are listening to this, especially those of us who are like true single parents, and that's the community aspect that you say kind of happens at your gym. Because again, just taking it back to our context, it could be very easy with the thousand things that we have going on to go a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks without really hanging out with any other adults or socializing, or we're like, I would love to make new friends, but I don't know how. I don't have time to go out to the bar and do all this stuff. But it sounds like, and you can speak into this or even correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you guys have a good natural built-in sense of community at the gym. And if that really is the case, can you expand on what that looks like and what that means to you in your life, the community aspect?
Yes. I mean, honestly, yes, I love working out I love CrossFit and working out, but I think the thing that keeps me is the people. The people are great. And you get to see people like from all ages and their bodies look all different. Like there's one of our members has one arm, like she's an amputee with one arm, and seeing her work out is so motivating. Like
Nice.
I hate when people say I can't do it. And I'm like, have you seen this person? Like
Mm,
they can do it, so why can't you do it, you know? But yeah, I feel like friendships are built and
okay.
there's accountability, with showing up to a class setting like that because you develop friendships and they're like, "Hey, like I haven't seen so and so in, a few days. I should reach out." And so we do. Like I feel like we do reach out to each other and check in and be like, "Why haven't you come in?" And then there's a lot of people that hang out outside of the gym. Like they have their little friend groups and they hang out outside of the gym. Um, but yeah, I think that's the best part of it is just making friends there, having my little. I could hang out with people outside the gym too, but like I said, I get enough with just my 1 hour personally.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then it also helps if you go to different class times because if you work
Okay.
out, at a certain time, you usually see the same people every time. But it helps to go to different class times to see other people that are going, and then you see them out and about, and then I just feel like, yeah, it does help build friendships and get to know other people.
That's good.
I
Yeah.
think,
I like that.
yeah, we touched on this a little bit earlier. You were talking about how it's really fun to basically like show your kids that it's like good to work out and stay healthy and stuff and setting a good example. I kind of want to hear you speak more on that about the health aspect when it comes to staying active and being a good example for your kids. So I just want to know more about like tell me the importance of staying, like, happy and healthy as a single parent.
I think that's really important because obviously as a single parent, like I don't know about you guys, but it's easy to compare ourselves to people who have like a big happy family.
Yeah.
Um and who have like their husbands and you know what I mean? Like and here we are doing it all by ourselves and wishing that we had that. And I do find myself doing that sometimes, right? But I just have to remember that my time will come, my day will come where I find somebody. But for now, like I just have to keep my mind focused on the things that make me happy. Which is, going to the gym. And I I feel like that's important for our kids too, because I think of my daughter and she never my son used my son and her are a little different. My son used to how do I say this? He used to be he used to get jealous. Like he would see other dads because he grew up on the baseball field.
Oh,
So he would
yeah.
see dads, with their kids and he would get a little jealous and he would make comments to me all the time like, "Why don't I have a dad?" And so I feel like for boys it is different because my daughter has never once asked about anything like that.
Mm,
She doesn't feel like she's missing anything in her life. And I want it to be that way, like she's perfectly content with how we live. It's just, us. And so I feel like it's important that we show them that we're happy because then they're going to be happy. But if we're
mm,
constantly like making comments or like comparing ourselves to other people, and if they hear that or whatever, then they're going to start to question, why don't we have this or why don't we have that? And so
yeah.
it's just important. You gotta stay happy. You gotta stay content in your own life and the things that you're doing. That way they don't feel like they're missing anything.
Yeah,
That's really good. Yeah.
I'm thinking about myself, and
Yeah.
people always compliment me saying my son is like really, really happy, and like he's just like a happy-go-lucky kid. And I always make the joke to be like, yeah, it's because I had no man like pissing me off while I was growing him in my belly. So, because I was like happy the whole time. So I always make that joke. But yeah, it's like it's really important to show them like how happy you are so that they could also be happy. You set the example from the beginning so they could also have those same types of feelings, mannerisms, like thoughts and whatever to keep them happy and healthy.
And I want her, as for a girl, like I want her to know she doesn't need a man. She doesn't need a man
Yeah.
to be happy. You become financially stable on your own. You find your own hobbies, your own things that, you enjoy in life. And if somebody comes along, that's great. But if they don't, that's also fine. Like you're perfectly happy with your own life and content. It doesn't matter whether you have somebody by your side or not. I don't
Sure.
ever want her to feel like she can't be by herself. I've been by myself so long, and I don't ever want her to grow up to feel like she can't be by herself or like she do it or she needs the
Yeah.
she needs a lot of people I feel like needs the affirmation or just like the attention from a man. And it's like, focus that attention on yourself. You don't need it from
Yes.
anybody else.
That's true. That's true. That's good stuff. I love it. I love all of it. So I guess my last question for you, Estela, would be, what are your goals for yourself fitness-wise for the future? Like, what are you working towards? I know that you have like an event coming up in a couple of weeks, and so maybe like that's something on your calendar. But like, what's next for you? What are you working towards? What does 2026 look like for you?
Yeah, so I'm currently working towards a High Rocks. Me and my sister are doing a High Rocks next month. So I'm super excited. I'm not a runner, so this has forced me to somewhat become of a runner.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm really excited because I've never done anything like that. Like I said, I go with my friends to watch them compete, but I've never myself have done anything like this. So I'm proud of myself for, signing up and actually doing this. So besides the High Rocks, like I think I just really like want to lock in my nutrition. Like I want to log in my nutrition because I can work out all I want, but I need to lock in my nutrition to look the way that I want. So that's my goal. I really need to meet my protein goals every single day and just continue doing what I'm doing, but I just need to lock in my diet for sure.
Okay. Cool.
A great goal. I feel like I need to do that same goal.
It's hard. It's hard to like sit here and cook and meal
Yeah.
prep. That's just another thing to add on to our day, So it kind of,
True.
but the outcome and, the results that you get from that is what should motivate us.
Yeah. I got the Will Tennyson cookbook and I'm so excited. Like I got it for Christmas and cuz his are like high protein, like low cal, like I can't wait. Like I've started cooking some things and they're just like chef's kiss. So that's definitely, if you ever want to try it, you should try the Will Tennyson cookbook.
Sounds good. Now I'm getting hungry. We're talking about food. I should have.
Me too.
We avoided it. Well, we were talking about pizza before we started recording, and honestly, I've been
Yeah.
thinking about pizza this whole conversation as we're talking about health and fitness. So yeah, oops.
It's fine.
Do you have any other questions for her, Jess, before we wrap it up?
No, I don't think so. Thank you for coming on. I loved all
Seriously,
the
yeah.
insight and especially from like a female point of view. I feel like it helps me so much. So thank you.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're doing great. Like I said, it just takes time. Like don't be discouraged. It just takes time. Build up your habit again. Schedule it on your calendar. Like you just have to make it a non-negotiable part of your day.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yes. Aye, Captain.
Agree. Let's go. Well, speaking of calendars, I know with confidence that you all enjoyed hanging out with Estela today. So much so that you're going to be pleased to hear we're going to actually have her back on the show soon, probably within like the next month, because what I decided is I knew we were going to have this conversation today. We're going to talk about all this stuff, but I didn't just want to talk the talk. I wanted to at least try walking the walk. So it just so happens that Estela's CrossFit gym has a Bring a Friend week happening in a couple of weeks as of recording this episode. So I'm going to go with her for a couple of days and then probably keep going the rest of the week with somebody else because, like she said, she has an event she's going to. But I'm just gonna go try it. I'm gonna go, and maybe I'm gonna puke, or maybe I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. But I'm gonna try it.
So excited! You're gonna love it.
I think it's good. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool because then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go try it. Then we're going to have Estela back on the show, and then I'm going to kind of give you guys my breakdown, share some thoughts. We'll keep having this conversation with her, expand a little more. If you all have questions listening to this episode that you'd like us to ask her, or just stuff you want us to talk about when it comes to this topic, let us know. We'll bring it up in this follow-up episode. But I'm just going to let you guys know how it goes. And then, Jessica, your homework, I guess, is throwing away that scale. So
yeah, throwing
both of us
away
have
the
some
scale.
homework.
Yes, that's what I need to do and get the gym on my schedule.
Yes.
Boom. Okay. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Do all the things that way you don't only miss that follow-up episode we're gonna do with Estela in a few weeks. But we have other amazing, juicy, legit episodes coming out as well. So you're just going to want to make sure that you are locked in so you can stay up on all the good. But in the meantime, thank you again for coming on the show. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for having me. Just remember, summer's coming up. Work on that summer body, guys.
Ooh, we gotta do it, Jess.
Yeah. I'm ready for show.
We gotta get our butts nice and juicy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we want to be a what do we say? Thick Judy booty or something like that.
Thick booty Judy?
No,
thick,
Judy.
Thick Judy booty?
Yeah.
Isn't there something with like a Judy booty? Booty.
Is
Judy,
it Judy or something?
Big booty Judy. That's what
Big booty. I never heard of that.
Big
Okay, I thought you were talking about
Judy.
like BBLs.
No BBLs here. We're gonna do
no
our
BBLs.
squats
All
and our
natural.
RDLs, and we're gonna grow our bums.
Oh, is BBL not natural? I guess I didn't really know what BBL really meant.
No.
Is that like okay,
a Brazilian
never
butt
mind.
lift?
No
It's
BBLs.
surgery. It's plastic surgery.
Oh, it's a butt lift. Oh,
It's
okay.
not natural
I guess.
at all.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
never mind. We won't do that. We won't do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll go work on those juicy butts. But in the meantime, thank you so much for hanging out with us for another episode of the Single Parents Podcast. Until next time, peace and blessings.
Peace and
Bye.
blessings.
Bye.